my skin or something?
Yo, fuck your mother!
Oh yeah, I'm awesome. No way!
Does it work now?
I don't believe this.
Does it work now? Okay. Okay. Alright. So I had a bit of a problem there. Everything, of course, everything's going wrong. That's technology for you. Because here's the deal I was running into when I was trying out the microphone. Is that I was like, why isn't this working? It's showing that I can do the microphone, and then it didn't. By the way, I'm using the PS5's built-in microphone. The PS5 controllers. A built-in microphone. Anyway, so I was trying it out. Excuse me, cat. But yeah, I was trying it out, and it kept telling me like, oh, you're not doing something right, or or no, it didn't tell me that. I figured that was happening. But it kept not working. I was like, I'm speaking. I'm like, hello, hello, hello. I was thinking, oh great, the mic doesn't work here, even though it says it's supposed to. And then I saw the option, and I thought when I saw that it said unmute microphone, I thought it was, for some reason in my mind, in my irritated brain right now, I thought it was saying it was unmuted. And I was like, why isn't this working? So I tried hitting it again. I was like, wait a minute. That's the option to unmute it. Oh, Lord. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just testing out whether or not you all want to watch. I mean, I'm just testing this out just to see how it works, how broadcasting on a PS5 works, and through the PS5. And yes, like the description, or if you read my video thing, it says that this is the PS4 version of GTA5. I currently do not have the PS5 version of this game, otherwise I'd be broadcasting that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I have a PS5. I'm not going to describe how I got, I'm not going to go into details, too many details, but basically, I had the money, and I wanted to take the opportunity while I could. At first I was hesitant to, because it was the only ones I could find was at Best Buy with the bundle with God of War Ragnarok on PS5 and PS4 digitally, and I was just like, okay, well, I want to save some money, so I was only gonna get the regular, I wanted to get the physical, like the one that could take physical discs, but I was just like, but when I got that, I ended up getting that, but I mean, like, when I realized, or I talked to one of my friends, and she was like, yeah, you might want to get basically she was saying you might want to get it when you can, get the one, even if it's a bundle. And I mean, I've been playing God of War Ragnarok, it's really fun. I'm just saying that, I would have waited to get that game. I was wanting to play it at some point, but I didn't quite have all the money in the world, so I was just like, yeah, I'll wait. And then she talked me into trying to get it, and I was like, that makes sense. And so luckily, when I did get it at Best Buy, I ended up getting it one of 5 copies there, or one of 5 systems they had there, and that's all they had was the one bundle with God of War Ragnarok. So I was like, well, I'm going to play that game anyway. And basically it just worked out. Unlike that, but anyway, and but luckily that's not even the only PS5 game I have right now. I don't have any physical games for either. I don't have any physical PS4 or PS5 games, but I do have plenty of digital games, but because I got the digital copies of both Crash 4 and Mortal Kombat 11, I was able to get the free PS5 upgrades for them, so digitally, of course. So I have those as PS5 copies. Plus, there's also the built-in Astro's Playroom. And I think Subnautica, I got a free PS5 copy of that because I got a free PS4 copy of the game back when I had a PS4. For those who don't know, I haven't had a PS4 since 2021. It hasn't been quite 2 years, but it's been I want to say probably over 1.5 years, maybe, I don't remember. It's because, at the time, I was just I didn't really play my PS4 enough. I'm just checking something right now. I didn't have enough. I need to go to a different area. Almost every time I go live, I'm always in this area. If I'm trying something out and I'm playing GTA, I'm almost always in this area. So let me go to Oh. Anyway, let me go to. I didn't recognize that name on there. Let me go. I'll go here. It's not quite as far away from there, but you know, why not? Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I'm really liking the PS5 so far. Um, but the reason I got rid of my PS4 before was that there wasn't. I started having problems with it. And, at the time, I was just thinking honestly, between the PS4 and the Xbox One, I actually preferred the Xbox One simply because. I mean, one simple thing is that it was backwards compatible, with not every game, obviously, but 360 and original Xbox games. And I was just like, you know what? In the PS4, it has digital only PS2 games that don't always work right. And a majority of what I played on the PS4, I had enough exclusive PlayStation exclusive games on there, but there wasn't quite enough there that I played that I couldn't play on my Xbox One. So I figured I was like, I'm going to sell this, and whenever I do get another system, I'm either going to get the PS5 or a PS4 Pro if the price comes down on the PS4 Pro, which obviously I went with the former. I got the PS5. Because I figured, at least have a system where I can play the new games and still play my PS4 games, that kind of deal. But anyway, yeah, I got one of 5 systems they had there at Best Buy, so I got lucky. And apparently, supposedly, according to the employee at the store, there is about to be possibly another shortage of these systems. That's kind of ridiculous at this point. I really think that should not be a problem at this point, but I'm not around. I'm not there. I don't know what the deal is. So just whatever the case is, I got it. I'm one of 1,000 people who have a PS4, PS5. I mean, no, I know. Supposedly they've sold over 10 million units or something like that, or something like that. But I'm just yeah. But are you going to mention that a majority, probably almost half of that, is probably from uh, uh, scalpers, or whatever you call them. That's just, I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail of that, but basically, what they're doing is legal. It's just scummy, I guess you could say. Technically, you still have a choice on whether or not you want to buy from them. It's just scummy because they grab up all those systems and Anyway, I thought there'd be more people here. Anyway, so yeah, that's just been. I've just been playing God of War Ragnarok mostly. I played through Astro's Playroom, which I really enjoyed. I thought Astro's Playroom was the best build. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. If you can hear me still. Okay. I got it through my phone right now. Anyway, so yeah, the Astro's Playroom, that's definitely the best built-in game that I've ever played, which is not exactly a high bar or anything. Most systems will have most systems don't have built-in games, but I figure, I have no clue that the thing might be muted. I'm not sure the music. I mean, anyway, so I figured, my controller's low on battery life. That is one criticism I have right now, is that the battery life on these DualSense controllers don't last long. I mean, long enough. Okay, they last long enough, but it feels like you gotta charge them a little sooner than you should. But I did read where that's partially because of all the features in the, I mean, like the built-in microphone, but also like the what do you call it, what do you call it, the basically it just has all kinds of like vibration controls and the I forgot what you call it with the shoulder buttons, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely feel it. It feels really impressive. But because of all that stuff, it doesn't last too long, the controller's battery life. So but there is an option to like turn that stuff down or turn it off, so that way like your controller will kind of last a little bit longer. So yeah, but anyway, Asher's Playroom, that was a really good game. Like as a game on its own, I'd say it was good, like just good, I guess you could say. Decent little short little platformer that shows off the capabilities of the PS5 controller. But then, like, as a built-in game, like game that you just, no matter what, you're gonna have a game when you get a PS5. It's really great. But anyway, so the other thing I was gonna say, so earlier, what I was gonna do on Twitch earlier was I was going to have a what I was gonna do was trying to think. What I was gonna do was stream myself playing or just watching videos and like on YouTube, and then like, yeah, I've seen other Twitch users do that, or Twitch streamers, whatever the proper term is. I've seen others do that. I was like, I might as well do that, because I just wanted to get a stream out there this month, just to kind of show like, hey, I'm still here. I'm not like, you know, like I do plan on, like I did say I was gonna stream Injustice Gods Among Us on Xbox One at some point. Well, you know, through my Xbox One. I was gonna stream it at some point, because I was saying that like that was gonna be part of my schedule. But this is just a random stream just to get a stream out there. I'm gonna wait for the right time to stream that. But anyway, so I was trying to stream watching YouTube videos, like random ones. I just randomly type in something. And if someone was watching and say like, you know, say, hey, you should look up this one, you know, I'll take in viewer requests, and obviously I wouldn't take up just any, but you know. Anyway, so then I was trying out this screen capture thing that I have on. It's a Cyberlink thing. I have a screen capture thing. You know, obviously captures whatever on my computer. And I was like, you know what? This is, you know, I could try this. Like, it works fine when, you know, it works out fine when you're just trying to capture a video, not live, but like, you know, you're just capturing a video, but it has an option to go live, to stream. The problem is, it didn't work at all. It didn't want to work in the slightest. Like, and what, by that I mean, not just like trying to actually get it to work. Like, I was able to link it up with my Twitch and all that stuff. The problem ended up being that every time I was trying to copy and paste or even type in the live URL thing, it didn't do it. Like, I tried my keyboard, it didn't work. I tried to copy and paste, it didn't work. It didn't let me paste. It was just like, what's the problem here? I tried resetting my computer, that didn't work. You know, tried closing and opening the program again, didn't work. It's just like, what's the deal here? Like, it didn't want to do what it was supposed to do at all. Like, it refused. And I tried some other methods, and it just didn't want to work. And I have no clue what to do. So to stream, I just decided to test out the PS5, and at least this is working. Had a little problems there at the beginning, of course, but At least it's working now. And if I do stream in the future on this through this thing, if I can't get this to work on my OBS capture thing, because I know PlayStation's a bit weird with that stuff. I don't know if they did the same thing with the PS5. But if it gets a little weird trying to like work this stuff out, the other, I do have another microphone that I could use to like whenever I'm streaming. There we go. But yeah, whenever I'm streaming, I have a microphone, and you know what I mean. Like if I stream through this thing, so any potential streams that of PS4 or PS5 games, they may come through the system itself, like I used to do with the Xbox One. So yeah, just kind of expect, like, you know, in the future, if I stream from the PS5, that's, at least as of right now, that's where I'm going to stream. Because again, I mean, probably. I mean, unless I find out that you can, like, just plug it into the OBS like you can with other systems. Like, if I can do that, I'm going to do it that way. But if I can't, I'm just going to stream through the system. And thankfully I have, you know, the built-in microphone on the if anything happens to any of my other mics that will work with this thing, yeah, I'm repeating myself, but that's common. But anyway, I hear the only problem, I'll just bring this up, I hear the only problem with the PS5 version of this game is that, like, supposedly you can't transfer your save from your PS4 version. That's kind of dumb. But anyway, I don't think you could do. I mean, like, I don't think you can do this. I think the same thing applies to the Xbox One transfer to Xbox Series X version of this game. Now I hear that you could do that with the previous gen, like the 360 and PS3's versions of this game. Like you could transfer saves there, but I never figured out how to do that, or if you could actually do that. So I just play through the game again. I mean, I like this game enough. I do. I mean, I have. Let's see. I played through. Let's see. I played through the PS3 version, and the Xbox One version, and the PS4 version, and the PC version. So that I've played through all those versions, but I haven't played through the 360 version and the PS5 or Series X versions. I'm sure if I can at some point, I probably will. I mean, I've played through this game multiple times, even more so than like the amount of versions I've played through. I want to say I played through it like twice on the PS3, at least once on the PS4, twice on the Xbox One through different accounts, of course, and then once through PC. So that's like 6 times? 6 or 7 times, basically. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I like this game. I mean, I've been playing it off and on for years now. I mean, ever since it came out, I've been playing it off and on. It's been my go-to game to, like, if I don't know what to play, this is it. I've mentioned that before, but yeah, this is the game I go to if I don't know what to play. and I'm trying to think about it. And I just want to play something, but I don't know what to play, so I just play this. Anyway, but yeah, whenever I got this system, let's see, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I had I've got I have the PS5 versions of games, so I've got, like, you know, in terms of PS5 games, I have God of War Ragnarok, Crash 4, Astro's Playroom, of course, Mortal Kombat 11, and Subnautica. I think that's what it is. Anyway, but in terms of PS4 games, I have over 100 of those. I have like over 130 of those. So yeah, I've got plenty. I got plenty of games to play, and I was able to download them all through a hard drive I have, like an external hard drive, a 4 terabyte hard drive I have. So yeah, I was able to use that. I was able to use that to play PS4 game. Well, okay, you can play them through the PS5's hard drive itself, you know, built-in one. Here's the deal, though. In terms of the external hard drive, that at least that I have, I think it applies to all of them right now. You have to you can play PS4 games through the hard drive, but you can only store PS5 games in it. As in, you can't play the PS5 games, you can only store them in there, which can work. I mean, you know, say you've got some games downloaded and you need to, and you're switching to another system or something, like another PS5 you have. Well, or if you're, whatever the case is, you can just, you know, play them through, you know, or you can store them in the hard drive and you can transfer them over to the next system. I'm assuming that's how it works. And then, you know, yeah. But you can't actually play them through the hard drive. Like I said, you have to play it through the built-in hard drive, like the SSD or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that's a way for them to get more money. I mean, you know. But luckily, I don't have enough PS5 games to take up all the room on the PS5's thing. So, I mean, I have close to enough, but anyway, but I have plenty of PS4 games, and so that's why I'm thankful that the good lord, that looked like it hurt. That's why I'm really thankful that the PS4 games still run, or you can still play them through the hard drive, external hard drive. So I've got plenty. So I've got what I need right now. But at some point, I will want to expand my, you know, as I possibly get more PS5 games in the future, it'll be nice to get, like, more space for those. I don't know how much the discs have on them. I do plan on getting, like the next game I want to get is Ratchet and Clank Ripped Apart. I really want to play that game. That was like one of the games I really wanted to play when I get a PS5. I just got a PS5 like with the amount of money I had, like, you know, at the time. So I got it while I could, even though I did. But at least I got games to play on it, you know, PS5 games. But anyway, that's the next game I'm definitely going to try to get is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That's one game that I just didn't want to get a whole PS5 for one game. You know. So, yeah. But at least, I mean, like, I've been waiting to get this because, one thing, the price, and another thing is they were hard to find. I didn't want to find my way for, you know. Anyway, yeah, basically I didn't want to fight my way and, like, wait up till, like, so much in the morning or get up at a certain time in the morning just to get one. I wanted to wait till they're a little more accessible. They have been a little more accessible, which is how I was able to get this just, like, on a random night. Like, I got this on a Thursday night. not late at night, but like I want to say like I got it like somewhere between 6 and 8. Uh, so that's just it worked out. Anyway, I've been waiting all that time. I'm waiting for the right time, and like the thing I noticed was just like okay, some games are starting to be more like exclusive to the next gen, not necessarily PS5 exclusive, but the next generation exclusive. So like PS5, Xbox Series X. And I thought, this might be wise to start looking for this sometime soon. So while I had the money, I was just like, okay, gonna get it whenever I can. Um, and with a little bit of help, I was able to get it. So yeah, that's how I'm doing this today. Um, so yeah, and by the way, I don't know if you've noticed at all during this whole time, I'm kind of sick. Well, like on the verge of sickness. Like you know what I mean by like the verge of it. It's more like you might get a little nasally. Your throat, you kind of feel something in your throat a little bit. Not necessarily very sore. It's just kind of like you feel something. You might cough a little more. That was half intentional. That was a half intentional cough. Um, but anyway, sorry if you hear an echo. I'm playing this through my phone. But I'm doing this. But yeah, I'm on the verge of sickness. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Um. Anyway, I've been kind of getting some help. Let's see here. Let's see. What else is there to discuss while I'm just testing this out? Let's see. Yeah, I'm also laying on my bed. That might also be affecting my voice a little bit. Like I did with the, you know how I do whenever I play this game. I just randomly run around. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else to discuss. I know at least one other person was watching earlier, but of course when I have one viewer right now, it's mainly because I got it through my phone and it counts it as a viewer. I guess if you wanted to if you were desperate and you wanted to make yourself look like you got a lot of viewers, you could just open up a bunch of devices. I don't know if that's how it works, but you could open up a bunch of devices and just like, hey, look, I've got like 5 viewers already. You should come watch me. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so I've been enjoying the PS5. And I broke tradition. I'm gonna go to a different area without like going over there. I'm gonna go down here to the airport. No, I'm gonna go to the pier here. I broke tradition because I actually. Let's check something here. Okay. I actually. Okay, so the past couple of console generations, like from the I want to say PS3 era. That's just kind of how it's. That's kind of the easier way for me to say it. From the PS3 era, uh, all right, the PS3 era and the PS4 era, I would get the Nintendo console, and then the Xbox console, and then the PlayStation console. So basically, I went from like in the Wii, PS3 era, me and my family got the Wii first, then then I got the 360, and then we got the PS3. The 360 was my own console, but the other two systems were like the family's consoles. Anyway, and then the next generation, I got the Wii U, which was like my very first like major purchase from my first job. I don't have that Wii U anymore, but it's in the hands of a trusted friend, so I just didn't really play it all that much anymore as a Wii U. But anyway, I had gotten the Wii U, and then the Xbox One, and then the PS4. And in terms of the handhelds, I did get. It was kind of mixed up there. Like I got the DS. Like in terms of handhelds, I got the the DS, then the PSP, and then the next generation, I got the 3DS and then the Vita, because I got both of those around the days that they came out, that first came out. Like the 3DS was the very first console I ever got, and the only console I ever got day one. But anyway, so I got those. In terms of the PS3 era, I got the DS, then the Wii, then the PSP. So it was kind of mixed up there, but otherwise it was basically the same for the next generation. After that, but what I mean by a broke tradition is I got the Switch first, which I know that's not technically in the same generation as PS5 and Series X, because I think it's still technically counted as an 8th gen system. And whereas I think the PS4 and stuff was 8th gen, and the PS5 and Series X is 9th gen. I think that's all how it works. Anyway, but in terms of like getting the next systems in general, I got the Switch, but I don't have a Series X yet. But I got the PS5, so I broke tradition there. Obviously, it doesn't matter. It's just funny to look at it that way. I mean, both times that I got the Xbox before the PlayStation, my sister would call me a traitor. Because, like, honestly, okay, the reason I got this, I mean, there were reasons that I got those systems. See, okay, so the PS3 and 360 at the time were pretty expensive, but the Wii, my mom was actually interested in too. That's how we got kind of lucky when we got the Wii. Well, partially because I mean they were hard to find, and we were at okay. So the story about the Wii, as I'm trailing off, the story with the Wii is we actually got the Wii because like we started searching for one, and we were gonna wait until like the spring break of that year, because I mean me and my brother were still in school that year. It was like early 2007. We were both still in school. Anyway, so we were gonna wait to get the Wii. Like we were gonna wait until like spring break for us. And my mom was also a school teacher. So anyway, we were gonna wait until spring. Anyway, but then we were at it was a place called Game Crazy, which they were only in so many states because they were attached to a place called Hollywood Video, also a place that was only in so many states. Anyway, so what we were doing was I would do this sometimes. I would get games and some accessories before, if I knew for sure I was going to get a certain system, I would buy a game to be prepared within at least a month or so of getting it. I was going to get the game, I would get the game, maybe an accessory, and then whenever I got the system, I was like, okay, I've already got my game and stuff, a game or two. Well, anyway, so we were kind of doing that. I had pre-ordered Sonic and the Secret Rings. That was my very first Wii game. What a Wii game to get. So I got that, and we decided to, at some point, we decided to get a nunchuck. Like we decided to get an extra Wiimote and a nunchuck. Well, I remember we went to Walmart and we could only find a nunchuck. And so we decided to go back to Game Crazy and get an extra controller, which that's how we got Wii Play. Was we got an extra, it was one of those bundles that came with a controller. So we decided to get that, and then the guy gets a call. It's actually someone who I've actually seen in kind of recent years, again, but well, that's how we know him. We knew him first at Game Crazy, so he gets a phone call. And then we wait for him to get back, and I was gonna get a Sonic strategy, like a Sonic and Figurine strategy guide or something. And then he comes back and says, "Well, how would you all like a Wii today?" And I excitedly looked at my mom. I was embarrassingly excited. Like the way I was acting. Not that I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, not like that, but I was just like, I wasn't quite doing that, but I was just like, I was just kind of, yeah, I was excited, and I told my mom, I was like, I'll put this strategy guide back if you'll get it, blah blah blah. So thinking, that would save us a lot of money or whatever. I think the Wii, was it like $200, $300, something like that? Somewhere between $200 and $300. Anyway, when it first came out. So, like, we got that, and, like, my mom was like, okay, we'll do that. So, and obviously it also came with Wii Sports. Again, like, it was because it was a system that my mom was also wanting to try out. Yeah, I think one of her coworkers said her coworker really liked it, so my mom thought, it'd be cool to get it too. So we ended up with a Wii that night, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, we got that, and that was, anyway, so that was the reason we got that. That was the reason we got the Nintendo system first. During that long story, that was the whole point of that. So we got that, and then it was not Christmas, not that Christmas, but the next Christmas of 2008. I was thinking about getting a PS3, or I was thinking we should get a PS3 that Christmas. At first, so of course I got a PS3 game. I got Sonic 06. This was before I heard any of the reputation of that game, any of the reception. I didn't pay attention to that stuff, and I'm glad I didn't, because really that game isn't all that bad. It wasn't nearly as bad as everyone made it out to be. Still kind of bad, but it's like, anyway, I got the PS3 version of that game. But then, like, we were starting to look at things, and we kind of determined that the PS3 was still a little too expensive at that time, but the 360 was a little more reasonably priced. So I was, because of the generosity of the store, we were able to get I was able to switch out the PS3 version of the game with the 360 version of the game. So we ended up doing that. I just wanted to do that right there. Anyway, so we ended up doing that. We got the 360 version. So that's why we got a 360 at that time. Was because, well, it was my 360, but like that was the reason. Was because, that was the that was just more convenient at that time to get a 360 than a PS3. But then we ended up getting a PS3 the next Christmas, which was not just mine, of course, like I've said. It was the family's. But anyway, so we ended up getting that partially because it had a Blu-ray player. It had a Blu-ray player, built in. So yeah, so we ended up doing that, and then trying to think what else. Oh yeah, so yeah, we did that, And then oh yeah, we got the Beam Machine coffee. Nope. Nope. No. Anyway. So yeah, we got the PS3 that time. So that's how we got it in that order. Now the next generation of systems, well, one thing is I got the Wii U back in 2013, just a few months after, because again, I mean, it was, well, one thing is it was the only system that was out at the time of that generation. And I figured, well, I want to be prepared for the new games, and of course, that's when Sonic Lost World was announced. Is when I got the Wii U, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm prepared. Which I ended up getting it for Christmas, the Wii U version for Christmas. I got the 3DS version early. Anyway, and of course that was back when I was excited for the game. Anyway. Things are a bit different. My view is a bit different with that game now, but anyway, so I ended up, I got that game, and, anyway, so I got a few games for the Wii U, but anyway, the Wii U, I got it with, which it really wasn't that hard to find, but like, it was my first major purchase with my job money. So then, between the Xbox One and the PS4, I was looking at I was thinking about my options, like, okay, I'm gonna ask for one of these for Christmas at some point. Waiting for more games to come out, and the reason I got the Xbox One before I got the PS4 was because I was, what am I trying to say here? The reason I got that was because there were more exclusive games that came out on that system that I actually wanted to play at the time. Like, I was interested in Sunset Overdrive. I was interested in, I'm trying to think. Sunset Overdrive, one or two other games. Oh yeah, Project Spark, Master Chief Collection, which I know was technically not completely Xbox One exclusive because it was just a collection of the games and stuff, like, you know, Halo games, but of previous systems. But you know, I was still excited to play that. All that in one system, in one, game. So I got that, and then I also got Watch Dogs. That wasn't a game I was just super looking forward to. I was just like, I was kind of interested. I saw it, a used copy at a McKay's I went to, which is another store that's only in so many states. But, yeah, I got those, and I can't remember if I got... Oh, yeah, I got digital copies of Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity, which I have barely played those. In all honesty, like, I've had them since, like, 2014, Christmas 2014, and I have yet to, like, even get past, I guess you could say, the beginning of those games. I did play a little more of Assassin's Creed 4, but I just, after hearing how Unity was, and I'm really not a Assassin's Creed fan, in all honesty. So I mean, I haven't really played them all that much, but it just never really interested me. So I figured, it's cool to have these digital games, but whatever. But, I mean, at least that means that I permanently have them. I mean, really, I have, let's see, I have none of the games that I got physically, whenever I first got the system. I do have most of them digitally, though. Except Watch Dogs. I don't think I have no, I don't have Watch Dogs, but otherwise, I have them all digitally, I just don't have them all physically. I technically have a physical disc of Project Spark, but that's just more for collection reasons. But anyway, so I got all those. that was the reason, though. Basically, it was because there were more exclusives. That was kind of funny looking. That's basically the reason, is that there more exclusives at the time that I wanted. So yeah, that was that, and then I don't think I got another exclusive for a while. I was at the time, I was looking forward to Halo 5, but that ended up being a pretty big disappointment. Like, gosh, Halo 5, I mean, like, okay, Christmas 2015 is when I got a PS4. Because there started to be more games I wanted on it. So Ratchet and Clank, PS4, Ratchet and Clank PS4 2016, whatever you want to call it. Which I think is a fine game. It's just compared to the previous ones, it wasn't as good. But yeah, yeah, that's how it all worked out. So the way it all worked out for this generation, might as well go in there as I'm talking about this. The way it's been working out for this generation so far, or just in general for the next systems, the Switch, I ended up getting again with another job. Like I got it with money I was making there. I was gonna wait a little while because I'd already heard problems with it. But a coworker I had literally just met that either that day or sometime after talking to him. I told him I was gonna wait, and he's like, "Well, mine's working so far. You know, mine works out really well." And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I should give it a try. So I ended up getting the Switch. About a little over a month after it came out. About almost 2 months after it came out. I got it because the Switch came out in March of 2017, and I got it in late April of 2017. So I ended up doing that, and I got the thing that came with both Mario Kart and Breath of the Wild, which they got me by. Eventually, I also bought Puyo Puyo Tetris. Just thinking of a game that I could just play without having to have too much commitment. Breath of the Wild takes a lot of commitment, basically. And Mario Kart, doesn't take quite as much, but it was still nice to have another game just to kind of play for a bit. So yeah, that's how I got the Switch then. And then I've already explained how I got the PS5. So there we go. Basically, getting the PS5 was almost like how I got the PS2, which was like the PS2 had come out in late 2000, and we ended up getting it 3 years later in Christmas of 2003. But anyway, let's see. Excuse me. But yeah, we got it, and me and my family got a PS2 Christmas of 2003, and then nearly 20 years later, I got the PS5 almost 3 years after the system came out. Well, not quite well, you know what I mean. It's this year, it'll be 3 years. It'll be 3 years after the PS5 came out. And by the way, hello, other watcher. I see now that I got another. It popped up a little thing that said I got another viewer. Hello. I'm just babbling, basically. I'm just kind of babbling and running around aimlessly in Grand Theft Auto, as I do. So I'm just testing this out. So anyway, I think I'm gonna be getting off here soon, though. I just wanted to test this out, kind of explain why I put on Instagram earlier that I was gonna go live, and then ended up like, you know, oh, back down to one watcher. That's expected. That's fine. Um, this will be up for. I have the standard like 2 weeks or however long you can keep them up. Um, you know, that's how I like to keep it up. You know, that's how you know I just like to keep it up in case someone's like, oh hey, you know what happened here. But anyway, it's on since this is a test video, I don't know for sure if I'll be uploading these to YouTube or not eventually. Like usually the ones I upload to YouTube are ones that are like not testing stuff or update videos or whatever. Okay, I did one time, but I don't know about this one. I don't know for sure. But anyway, so yeah, in terms of when I'm going to be going live next, I don't know. I'll be going live again at some point. I plan to at some point play through the story mode of again like Injustice: Gods Among Us. I plan on doing that at some point. I just don't know exactly when. First of all, I'm gonna have to not feel as sick. Well, I mean, I could play it while I'm sick, but you know, I don't know how well you all could handle my nasally voice. I don't know how well you could handle my nasally voice. Anyway, that cough was not intentional, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be going live hopefully soon. I can't guarantee, but it'll hopefully be soon. So anyway, that's pretty much what you know. It's pretty much all I wanted to say. I was wanting to test this out, and we've reached an hour. Anyway, I wanted to test this out, and I just, you know, I wanted to give it a try, see what it's like streaming through the PS5, and yeah. I originally wanted to just do something else, watch YouTube videos, and possibly get viewer requests if I had any viewers, but didn't work out that way. But at least now I know how it's like this. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna cut it off there. So say goodbye to glassesless GTA version of me. So thanks for watching, and next time we'll see what I do. I mean, if I don't stream Injustice, then I'll stream something else. I'll be sure to stream, you know, hopefully soon. So anyway, thanks for watching.